People of Reddit, what was the dumbest thing you got punished for in school? In 7th grade I found a notebook in the hallway and turned it into my teacher. I was suspended for 3 days because there was a drawing of a centaur holding a pitchfork and they deemed that as gang related ! This is in Atlanta. So, no gangs matching that description here. Flip the monitor screen upside down. Ctrl plus Alt plus arrow key. Trying to go to the library during lunch. They said I needed a hall pass. Fine. I went and got one. Then they were upset because a hall pass didn't have an end time on it. But the teacher who gave me the pass was the same class I'd returned to after lunch. It was a split period class. And when I tried to show them my schedule to prove that, they sent me to the principal's office for insubordination. I just wanted to do some research for a paper. Joke's on them. That teacher ended up just giving me several pre-signed passes because in his words that is just really dumb. Parent got called in because I farted in class. Must have been a doozy. Some real chemical warfare. Some guy pushed his friend down the stairs in elementary and said guy landed on me. Got detention for missing an important lesson while I was out cold in the infirmary. I got a lollipop as an apology for the detention after it was explained though. A big lollipop. Throwing grass. They told me it could have landed in someone's throat and shocked them to death. 8th grade. Our school had a weird layout where you had to walk through classrooms to get to another classroom. As I was passing through one, I was telling my friend how this new video game is freaking awesome. Teacher pulls me aside and asks what I said. I told her I said it was freaking awesome and she scolded me for using a substitute for a bad word. What? Dischained even my teacher and she's telling me I can't use a substitute? I asked her. What about done or heck? Aren't though they technically substitutes? She got all red in the face and huffy and said, "Go to the principal's right now for talking back." I told her I would be late for class, which is right through that door. She didn't appreciate the added defiance and grabbed my bicep and dragged me into the classroom. She told my teacher what I said and yelled, "Discipline him however you feel is necessary." My teacher nodded and she huffed out of the room. My teacher bent down and whispered that she gets grouchy in the mornings. Just be careful what I say when I pass her, and that was that. Edit, a word. One time my best friend at the time and I, both female, exchanged a hug at recess because we were in different classes. One of my teachers sent us to the wall where we had to stand for 30 minutes alone. Because she claimed by hugging we were trying to turn on our male friends. We were in grade 6. I was in hospital for a broken leg and the teacher put me in detention for missing a lesson. When I tried to explain to her that I broke my leg, she said that it doesn't matter and extended my detention for talking back. Edit, wow, I didn't manage for this to explode. My friends and I were having a race to 300 karma. I'm a first time Redditor, and you kind strangers helped me a lot. PS. My leg healed fine but I still had to attend that detention. Elementary school. Was in the bathroom stall taking a dump during lunch. Someone runs in and starts kicking all the stall doors into where it becomes a pain for kids my age, at the time. Obviously, to open them. Kerblem. Door swings in toward me just a bit and gets stuck. I'm trying my best to get the damn door open to no avail. Don't remember how long I was in there alone just crying. But one of the lunch aides comes to lock the door to the bathroom for the day. Here's me. Gets me out of there. Then proceeds to yell at me for being in the bathroom at that time. She goes so far as to take me to the office to have my mother called in. Which they do instead of letting me explain myself. When she shows up and I explain myself to her, she gets irate and tears everyone in the school office a new one. No matter what I did from then on, I never had my mother called while I was there. Being bullied. Schools don't know how to deal with bullies and blame the victim instead. Much easier. They don't argue back. For once. My Midwestern high school can put a feather in its cap. There was a bully in my class nagging on a poor introverted upperclassman. Non-stop harassment all period, study hall. Lunch? I don't remember. She calmly stands up, grabs her books, walks over to him, and bashes his head with a full swing of her belongings. He starts wailing to the nearest teacher. His response? What did you do to deserve it? Getting beat up by 2 other kids in the bathroom. When I was in 5th grade, we were doing our end of year testing. So we were supposed to be well behaved and serious. They gave us a bathroom break. So a large group of boys all went. When I came out of the stall, one kid grabbed me from behind and held my arms behind my back. And another kid kept punching me in the stomach and chest. My teacher came storming in. Everyone dispersed. And she grabbed me by the arm and dragged me back to class. I was forced to write the 2 boys who beat me up an apology letter. She threatened to have me expelled from the entire school district if I didn't. And never gave me the chance to explain myself. Me being a 5th grader, I thought I had to listen to her. And I was always too afraid to tell my parents out of fear of getting in trouble. The 2 boys never got in trouble. I was the only one who did. And I was never allowed to explain my side of the story. Edit. Wow. Thanks for the support and compassion, guys. I've told this story a few times on Reddit. And never really received much support from anyone. Thank you, guys. I was known as the kid who got his book taken away so he could converse with the others. Also got my book taken away. Would bring a decoy book to give to the teacher. And would read the book inside of the book for the class. Worked all year until a student told the teacher. When I was in the 6th grade, I had a doctor's appointment on a test day, so I came in late. My teacher sent me to a neighboring classroom to take the test while they went over the answers. On the very last question, I ended up doing eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and the teacher of the neighboring classroom happened to look over at me as my pencil was going back and forth between answers. She stopped her whole class and yelled, "Did you just do eeny meeny miny mo?" Me thinking I had just committed murder told her no. So she freaked out and called my teacher. Outraged, I had a very nervous walk back to my classroom, and my teacher was just like sup and didn't even mention it. Edit. I wasn't saying it out loud. I was doing it in my head, and she assumed I did it based on my pencil moving back and forth between the 2 answers. Which makes it even more stupid of a freak out.